Now!
What's got him stirred up?
This is the Martyr's Tower. He used to bring prisoners here. For sport.
And now we're about to jump over to play. Shall we find some more light seeds?
Letafat.
Trap?
Yes, he's a hunter, remember? I think we can get down that wall there.
You think you got us? You think it's that easy? We're coming back for you! If we can find a way out. Do we go up or down?
There's no way up. We'll have to go down.
Hey, Armin! You're about to lose! Much more running. I'm gonna need new shoes and new feet. We can do this, you know. I think we can do this.
Light of Ormaz.
Well, here we are. Two of us. Alone in the dark.
Saved by the Yowl.
We're in the Hunter's playground? Any hints what he's got planned for us?
He kept his prisoners here. He'd hunt them across the city, and then he'd hang his trophies from the walls of this tower.
I don't suppose these trophies were flower posies.
They were the bodies of the martyred. Men, women, children, who stood in Ahriman's way.
So if we don't kill this hunter, we end up as a wall decoration. I suppose that's sort of motivational.
We don't have to kill him. We just need to force him back in the prison with Ahriman.
But you don't really believe he's gonna make it that easy, do you? Do you think that fall was the trap, or do you think this is the trap down here?
We need to find our way up.
If we just stay here, what do you think he'll do?
I don't think that's an option. Let's try and get out.
I don't know about you, but I don't intend to let him hang me off a wall.
Don't you have any cause you believe in?
Causes are all about other people's dreams. I want to live my own. What now?
enough!
Go, Elika!
I'm here!
Whoa, look at him go! Work your magic!
That's it! Force him back! Be ready! Here!
Who's the hunter now? Come on, princess. Show us the way.
Mate ormas. Arana mae ormas.
Here you go.
We have to find a way to get to that power plate. Ormas, negador ambash.
Looks like we might skip being the hunter's trophies after all.
Let's heal this ground.
Are you all right?
Carlos. Haki Varga.
There! Didn't like that, did you? What?
This land is healed. We must go on.
Uh-huh. But why have you gone prickly on me?
You enjoyed that.
Teaching that thing a lesson? Taking some revenge for the people it killed? Yes, I enjoyed that. And you enjoyed that side of things too. Don't worry, Princess. You're still more than good enough for both of us.
Wow. And with you as a measuring stick, that really makes me a saint.
Hey, I've helped old ladies home from the market.
If they had attractive daughters.
Yeah. Then I helped them too.
The Black Gate is opened.
Is that a good thing?
We can enter the corrupted sanctuary.
And once we heal the fertile ground there...
There is no fertile ground. The essence of that place will rest inside the corrupted.
And they're just gonna let us take it. Much more of this, and I'm gonna have to stop and sharpen this sword. Where's this Black Gate?
At the top of this region.
So the Black Gate is open just like that?
I can open it when we get there.
By the Black Gate is open, you meant...
It will be open once we go there. Ahriman can no longer take the energy from the fertile grounds here. The gate will open. Don't you have any cause you believe in?
Causes are all about other people's dreams. I want to live my own. How do we go on from here?
My trust in you!
Shall we move on? That's it. Nice. Jump! Now! Together! Got one. Where should we head next?
Por vos.
I hope Ormaz knows what he's doing.
Volando po. Watch out! Let us find more. I'm not that heavy. Good job, someone's looking over you. Don't die when I'm starting to...
Point us in the right direction. Ready. corruption. Work your magic! Go! Need you! Come on, Elika! Now that's cheating!
Mercy! Welcome back. Get back! I'm too far away! Mind yourself!
Elika! Are you keeping count of how many I've finished?
Let's go on.
Oh, no!
The Royal Gardens. I wish I could have come here more often. I never found the time.
Life just slips you by. And one minute you're rich, the next you're staring the end of the world in the face. Or the knee. How big is Armin?
He makes even your ego look small.
Oh, well then we really need to stop him getting out.
Let's use the plate.
Those cranks down there, what are they all for?
These were the Royal Gardens. The cranks controlled water flow to the fish ponds.
Looks like the water in those ponds has turned to corruption. What happens to fish if they're corrupted?
They die.
Well, I suppose that's not as bad as some of the things I was imagining. How do we go on from here? If these were gardens, where are all the plants?
The corruption must have killed the few that were left. The rest... This place hasn't been tended since my mother died. There's a plate attached to that pillar over there. We can raise it if we fill that pond. It's a counterweight. The cranks control sluice gates that let the water flow to those control ponds.
Any idea which one we move first?
I think we should start over there. But as for how we open the sluice gates, I only ever saw the plate raised once as a child, and I've never seen the plate active.
Which crank should we push?
Just pick one. We can figure it out.
Right. And keep an eye open for any of our friends. So this was a city before Armin tried to take over the first time around.
It was a city when the gods were young. Even Ahriman preserved it while he was here. It is man's neglect that has seen it fade to this shadow.
How do we go on from here? Turn it now.
Careful. It's corruption flowing through there. but the counterweight should still work.
It looks like each crank controls more than one sluice gate.
We'll have to figure out which one opens which to make a channel to the control ponds.
Yeah, great. These cranks are linked to all of the pulls around them.
We'll have to remember the changes they make.
Pity you can't remember the order.
I was 8 when I last saw them moved.
That's still not right.
The cranks move in both directions, so we can correct them. We can work this out.
Any suggestions?
You're the world-traveled adventurer who's seen it all. I thought you might have an idea.
Terrific. You get the feeling we're being watched?
It must be the concubine. Let's keep going.
Don't you think it's odd the concubine's not appeared? I mean, we've been sitting here and she's done nothing. Maybe she's not that bright of a concubine.
Maybe she didn't think you were bright enough to solve the puzzle.
I can figure this out. I can figure this out.
Let's try another crank.
Think.
Maybe if we moved another crank?
What now?
We'll have to find a way to align the gates.
Why can't I see what to do?
I can't see it yet, but there has to be a solution.
A bridge salesman could really clean up in this place. Turn it! Okay, I'm ready.
That's it!
And you needed to sound that surprised?
Once we've filled the other control pond, then they should move the plate up.
Let's get over there then.
We used this system to water the plants, and to keep the water fresh for the fish. Now they're decayed like everything else.
I'm all for the stories, but do I look like a fish farmer to you? No, don't answer that. All right, I'll figure this out. How many more ponds do I need to fill?
The first control pond is flooded, but we'll need to fill the second one too.
I can figure this.
I have faith.
Yeah, but in who? Shall we go on?